What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! I'm gonna get into Legendary Arena today! Yes, I did this earlier today. I noticed that I was at my record trophy high. I had a whole bunch of wins in a row, and I was like, my goodness, I could get into Legendary Arena, and I did it! Yeah! Alright, so pretty fun there. I had a lot of fun doing this, and it is a little bit of a long video. It's about 20 minutes here. Took me a little while to sit through all these battles, and I was very patient, and I made it happen. It was awesome. Yeah, very exciting. Felt really good. And let's see, this is my my wins and my losses before I got to Legendary Arena, and then I started battling. So here we go, battle time, and a couple of opponents. I didn't have to do too many battles, but the battles do take a little bit of time, and I was recording them live, which is crazy. I didn't just play the replays, I actually played live on a recording, and I was like, well, if I make it, then I make it, and if I don't make it, then I don't make it. And I've had this happen a couple times before. I get myself up to 2,900 trophies, I start recording, and then I fall back down. But this time was different. This time I had a different deck, and I actually managed to get all the way through all of my opponents and make it to Legendary Arena. It was very, very impressive. So if you guys watched my previous video about this deck, this is Mirrored Clone Spell as well as Lavahound. So you clone the Lavahound and then you mirror the clone to clone the Lavahound twice. It is nuts, you guys. This deck goes insane in overtime. This deck is absolutely beast in overtime. So what you want to do with this deck is just try not to let them get more than one tower before overtime. As long as they don't get more than one tower before overtime, then you could possibly win. Make sure that they don't win by getting one tower in overtime or by getting two towers, and then you can only get one tower before it goes to overtime. But once you get to overtime, you get that double elixir, and it's all good, you guys. This deck is all good. I'm telling you, just let them fly. You go with the Lavahound, then you clone the Lavahound, then you mirror the clone on the Lavahound again, and if you can get some supporting troops behind there, that's even better, and clone all that extra stuff too. But oftentimes they just zap it all out, but they can't zap the Lavahound because it explodes into a bunch of pups. So it's a two-part thing. They gotta have two spells if they really want to defend that. Most people don't have two spells, and it can get pretty tricky for them to defend, and it's pretty much impossible to clear the air lane if you have a whole bunch of air troops that are supporting with the clone spell. They basically can't get rid of them, especially if they already wasted their spell. And it's so funny for me on this video watching these guys waste their spell, because I'm like, ha, you threw your fireball and you're really gonna need that in a few seconds. You know? Oh my goodness. So that's funny. Alright, you guys, so let's go ahead and see here. Do I get him on the first Lavahound? And yeah, it looks like I do get through. There we go. So this is kind of strange. I cloned all those troops because I basically know I'm gonna win. So it wasn't much else to do there aside from clone those troops. I thought maybe I'll be able to get into the 3 crown there, but not quite. And I don't know if you guys can hear me when I'm playing. I get really, really into the game, and then when I win, I just like take a really deep breath and try to calm down, and then I go for my next battle. So it's kind of funny. The way that I do that. You'll hear me at the end of the battle. I kind of heard myself in the headphones. Just a real deep inhale, real deep exhale, and then I'm on to the next battle. Just gotta clear my head, clear that, you know, it gets my heart rate going when I play. It gets my heart rate going so fast, it's almost like a workout. So on this match, I used the Lavahound to soak up that damage. This guy's using the fire spirits, and just trying to soak up that damage. I also decided to start cloning my Archers. Cloning the archers gives you a ton of damage, and if they don't defend it correctly, then it's 4 archers raining down and they will just like destroy a tower so quickly. So I've been cloning the archers. The archers can just do so much damage that having 4 archers out there shooting down anything works pretty well, and normally they're targeting the Lavahound, so it actually works pretty well to get all those archers out there. Now notice this, I'm throwing the Lavahound way out front because I don't want my Mega Minion to take any damage, and that works pretty well. Now I'm just trying to throw cards so I can get my clone spell back out, and he has thrown his skeleton horde against my skeleton horde. Not like it matters because I'm really just out there trying to clone the Lavahound. So there we go, Lavahound cloned. And I mirrored the clone because here's the thing, you can only mirror the clone. That's really the only thing that mirror is in your deck for. And I noticed when I was doing the video earlier of my teammates using the deck, they were throwing out the clone on different troops, and it's like, no, really just throw the clone, or they were throwing at the mirror and they were mirroring different troops, and it's like, no, mirror the clone. That's what this deck is for. Don't get distracted and start playing your cards out of cycle. What you want to have is Lavahound out front, supporting troops behind the Lavahound, clone the Lavahound and the supporting troops, and then mirror the clone. And it should be pretty devastating, but if you notice that they're being really good with their spells, like some people already know how to play against the Lavahound, so they'll start to play their spells in a really good way, but you can get around that by just holding back a little bit, waiting until they throw their spell, then throw the clone. And then when you mirror the clone, there's pretty much nothing they can do about it unless they've got 2 spells, like I mentioned earlier. So you just kind of have to wait it out, and if they've got the 2 spells, you should have that memorized by the time you get to overtime, which is when the battle really starts to get started. So on this one, it looks like we did go to overtime 1-1. I've got a decent little buildup of troops over on his side, but sometimes what I'll start to do is play defensively and start to build up my troops. This deck is all support troops aside from my main army. So Lavahound, obviously not a support troop, but the skeleton mob, the archers, the minions, all support troops, and I can even use the I always want to call him the elite minion. He's not called the elite minion. It's funny. The mega minion, I can use him supportively as well. So I started my push on the back of there, and then he tried to push his way forward, couldn't push his way forward, and then my defensive push pushed through his offensive push, and then I have a nice offensive push over to his side, and then I just back it up with the extra elixir that I've already got, and then I've got a pretty significant push that is unstoppable. And that's why I started my troops over on my side of the map on that last little push. I could have started on his side, but then he might have enough elixir to get through my push, and then I would be dealing with the same thing that he was dealing with from me. So that was pretty decent. Now this is me kind of just chatting. I don't know how long I'm going to chat. Good, I didn't chat for very long because sometimes I get a little bit chatty. I know, oh no, here we go. Alright, Jonno, chat it up. So apparently I've got one more win. Or 2, no, apparently or 2, so it's 2 more wins until I get there. And I gotta tell you guys, this deck is beast mode. I don't know why I was able to get through so many opponents with it, aside from sheer surprise. And if you think about it, why was everybody getting the wins with the recent meta? It was the elite barbarians, everybody. I mean, it's just now starting to end. You're still seeing them, and it's still a little bit hard to deal with them. But for the most part, everybody knows how to deal with elite barbarians right now. No problems with the elite barbarians. I know how to deal with them. I was playing with them. They're pretty much done at this point. So everybody is wondering what is the new meta, and meta is basically whatever deck surprises you and takes you by storm, you know, and that's what this deck is. So this deck is a lot of power. It's also a lot of support, and if you get the right combination of cards, which you should be doing every rotation, then you will get more power than people can handle, and it's really a good deck just to overwhelm people. And you'll notice on all of these matches, I don't win by just a little bit. I'm winning by like an extreme margin just by pushing through and pushing through and pushing through over and over with my cycle with the Lavahound. I've got a little bit of defensive, but mostly I'm just pushing through that Lavahound over and over again. Now there's sometimes like that time where I try to get my push out and then I do a little bit of defense and then my Lavahound gets to the other side and I just don't have enough elixir to do anything with it. So I just let it go, cycle my cards, try to get the Lavahound out there again, and then try to stay focused and get it to where I can clone it and mirror it. Now you don't always start with the right troops too, so I throw my Lavahound, try to cycle out the cards, and then realize I don't have my clone, this, that, the other. There's always things that happen. But what you want to do is after that initial cycle, if it doesn't go right, fix it and get your cycle down correct, because this deck is all about the order that you cycle your cards in. So you can see there, the 4 archers, absolutely devastating. They are so fast with the damage. So there we go. And I still haven't even mirrored my clone. So there goes the mirrored clone. It's a lot of damage to have to deal with. Even though I'm not going to take his tower with that, it's still like half of his crown tower. And we're not even, 2 minutes into the match, barely. So that's a whole lot of damage for me to have on his side, and he really hasn't stacked up that much damage on my side. So that's why I love this deck. Now I'm just playing easy mode. I could, break through and win, or I could just kind of sit back, but I always just try to do the breakthrough and win. But I went for the breakthrough and win, and look, he tried to rush me with his elite barbarians. But luckily, like I said, I know how to deal with the elite barbarians. I did get lucky. I had already put the skeletons behind there, and then he played his troops, and unfortunately they ran backwards to get my skeletons, which isn't going to help him at all. So that's just the way that it goes. Sometimes you play your troops and they immediately play something that counters it. So here we go again with the clone, and I've immediately got enough elixir to do the mirror, so I just go right into the mirror. Why? Because I want to pop those Lavahounds and get that super fast damage as quick as possible. So I just go clone, mirror, boom. Now one thing that I want to mention with the clone and the mirror, and I didn't mention it in my previous video where I was talking about this deck, you cannot clone cloned troops. So you're aiming the clone at all of your real troops. Don't get mistaken and aim your clone at the wrong area and accidentally try to clone cloned troops. It won't work. You can only clone the real troops. So you gotta watch and make sure you actually have real troops left on the map that are actually able to be cloned. So that's pretty interesting. Another thing is you may accidentally throw the clone spell at the wrong area. Where the sprite is flying is not like where the Lavahound is. It's not actually where the clone should go. The clone should go on the shadow. You have to look at the shadow underneath the Lavahound. You drop the clone on the shadow and you'll actually get the clone to work. I've had people tell me that they missed, and I'm like, man, that's really sad. It would suck to miss that. Now that dude got a bunch of really good damage on me right off the bat. He also killed my archers, which is pretty well played, but he's not going to be able, and there he goes, he's got the princess. So princess deals with this clone spell pretty well, but my mega minion is serving up some serious damage, and right out of the gate I'm able to get his tower. So nice quick tower kill. Now I'm just going to play defense. Defend this hog with the skeleton army, try not to, lose all my troops, and keep my troops out there on the field as much as I can. So here it comes with this miner. Now that was a terribly played miner. He shouldn't have played it. He's trying to drip damage me, and that might work in tournaments, but it really doesn't work in multiplayer matches. He's not going to be able to drip damage me all the way down on that one tower with just the miner. I'm really not sure why he played it that way. Here you can see I almost played my log, and then I was like, nah. And then I was like, yeah, I really got to do it. But it worked out fine because he tries to run that hog through again, and he just can't get through with the hog. About this time is the point where I'm realizing I'm going to get this match too, because he doesn't have any cards that I can't counter. And I've got way more elixir than he does, and he's constantly trying to break through without a supporting army. There he goes again, just trying to break through and it's not going to work out. He needs to put through a lot more supporting army than that. Just a miner and a couple of fire spirits. Not going to get it there, buddy. So here we go. Just clean this match up. Clean it up, Jonno. This is my second. No, this is my last. This is the last match, you guys. You can tell because I'm in Legendary. So, first time I've ever been in a Legendary match, aside from in friendly battles with my clan. And I had already realized at this point that I was going to be winning the match, and it felt pretty good. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just double down. That's the great thing about in overtime. This is what I meant by it gets really crazy in overtime. I've got 2 actual Lavahounds out. I can clone the Lavahounds, and then I can mirror clone the Lavahounds for a total of 6 Lavahounds out there. And it's actually not hard to get that much elixir to do that. I wasn't able to do it in this case, but I have done it in other matches. And I was just trying to get the three crown there, so I could get the crowns for my crown chest. Now this is interesting. I started doing this whole push just because I was getting crowns for my crown chest, and you guys saw all the wins that I was showing in the beginning of the video, and those were wins that I was just trying to get 3 crowns, and I was using this deck to try and get 3 crowns because it's a really good 3 crown deck, and yeah, I made it all the way up to Legendary Arena with this deck, just goofing around trying to get 3 crown matches. So that felt really good. So this is the portion where I get the Legendary offer. Yes, this is what it's all about. This is what makes it all worth it. Work hard, get a Legendary offer. So there we go. We have got the Legendary coming up right here. Woo! It's all worth it. Alright, not necessarily. So I wanted to get a new Legendary, wanted to unlock a Legendary. Not the end of the world, but Lumberjack is not a card that I play in my deck. It's ground only, you know. I wish that it was not ground only, but it can be pretty handy. And I decided, you know what, let me open up my magical chest as well, just because I had gotten that earlier while I was battling, and I thought, what better place to open it up than on a video, so you guys can enjoy that as well. Not too bad, but nothing special in there either. I can upgrade my skeleton army, which I actually didn't notice until I was filming this, so not too bad. So moving on, let's see, did I open up any other chests? I think I did open up some more chests just to do it, just to get them on the video. And then I think I chatted with my clan for a little bit and told them how proud I was of myself for getting into the Legendary Arena. Alright, you guys, I don't know what else I did on this video. I think I showed off my deck and showed off a couple other things. You guys can keep watching if you want to. It's going to be a few more minutes of me probably chatting with my clan or whatever. But I'm going to be done from this point out, and I want to say thanks everybody for watching. I made it to Legendary Arena in Clash Royale. Finally! Oh my goodness. People have been just like harassing me like, Jonno, you're level 10, you're not even in Legendary. I'm like, I know, I get it. But now I am, so you can't make fun of me anymore. Okay, you can. You'll probably find a new reason. Alright, everybody. But it's a fun video. I had a really good time getting into Legendary. I played on my tablet for once. I rarely ever play on my tablet. I play on my phone. But I was like, I can do it. I can play on my tablet and get wins. And I totally did because this deck is awesome. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks to my awesome subscribers. Thanks, everybody who is in my clan. You guys are the best. And they already got the clan chest. At the time of recording it, I did not have it, but now I have. And if you want to see my Instagram page, you can see what was in my clan chest. I posted it over to Instagram a little bit earlier. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks again to my amazing subscribers, and peace.